1 point.
Okay, so Jack, hold it with your left hand so it doesn't go in.
We didn't even do a prayer.
Are we going to do a prayer first?
Yes,
Okay,
please.
great. Don't forget.
Yeah. We can do it from both of them.
Thank you, all that is, wonderful God, spirit guides and angels, archangels that are here to assist us to reach out and touch the world. May we all understand and acknowledge and feel and expand the blessings that are here right now. We ask for the assistance of Archangel Michael that all electronics will be perfect, flowing to reach out and touch millions. We ask for the assistance of Archangel Gabriel for the communication, the love, and the light. And we accept the beautiful energy of Jesus, Buddha, and all the great masters, Paramahansa, that have walked the earth. We invoke your presence here, and may we expand on that. As we know we are doing this, we are being healed as we reach out to heal the world with joy, love, music, peace, and happiness. Amen.
Ready, guys, to start now?
One thing or just
3, 2, 1.
Good morning. Good morning. And welcome to First Spiritualist Church of San Diego. This is the church where angels gather to welcome you. Hi. My name is Kaya Olivia, and we have a great service planned for you today. Before we get started, I would like to give a special thanks to our camera crew, Josh, Eric, Emil, Brian, and Jack. At this time, I would like to introduce and thank our special guest today, Pastor Lorena Pyle. And our special musicians, Benjamin, Jim, Dave Millard, and me. And last but not least, our third, which is our inspirational speaker today that I'm super excited to listen to, is going to be Shaman White Eagle, and he will be joining us through Facebook live stream. So what you'll do is you'll go to our Facebook page, and when we set him up, you're gonna exit out of this, go to his page, and press play. And then after he's done sharing all these nourishing words and phrases, then you'll exit out of that and come back to us for special music and prayer and all the good things that we're going to be sharing with you right now. Sound good? It's really simple, I promise. So we want to now begin with an enlightenment message with our pastor.
Good morning, everyone. I have my little note card, because I get inspired, and so this happened as soon as I got in my car this morning. I was listening to some Abraham Hicks this morning, and that's where I got this inspiration from. So at first I want to just welcome everybody to take in a deep breath and let that breath move all the way through your body, all the way down to your feet, all the way down to Mother Earth. Breathing in again, and let that energy flow through you and down to Mother Earth. And now visualize a beautiful pillar of white light coming down from the heavens, and breathe that white light all the way in through your body now. And as that light comes down through your body, let it move all the way down through your feet, exhaling roots into Mother Earth. Feel yourself grounded and connected. And now let's take in another deep breath of that heavenly, loving white energy. And as it flows through your body, let that white light of love and energy of the earth. Throughout the day, whenever you have a moment, my angels and guides are asking me to spread this out and ask all of you, let's connect heaven and earth. And let's do it intentionally. And let's allow our physical body, our soul body, all of the energy that we are, let's let that heaven move through us all the way into the earth so that we can replenish, that we can bring heaven through us and into Gaia, into that which sustains each and every one of us every day. So let's take another beautiful big breath of white light from the heavens in. Feel it flowing through you, down through the body, down through the roots, and you can actually visualize the earth beneath you starting to emanate and glow. And now let's bring that energy into our heart center and take a moment to welcome the presence of the angels, your loved ones, masters and teachers, archangels, and all that is, wonderful God, into your presence. Feel that energy in your heart and feel it expand. And now again, bring that beautiful white light in from the heavens. Feel it swirling around in your heart. And now exhale into the earth. And now this way, when people go into meditation and they're grounding, they can connect into the love that we're all sending, that we're bringing through us from the heavenly energies. And we welcome your presence here, angels, guides, and teachers, loved ones. We thank you for your light, your guidance, your energy, for your wisdom. We ask that you will open us up so that we can understand what is going on a different level. From a level of love, joy, and peace. From a level of knowing as we are connected to the heavenly realms instead of what we see before us. Now take a moment and feel peace within your heart. Feel peace with all that is. Feel peace for each other, for the planet, for the different countries, for the animals, and for all of those in the medical field, and for all of those who are suffering right now, whether they're in hospitals or in their beds, or it's loved ones who are in fear. Do you feel that? Do you feel that energy shift just talking about that? Let's bring some more light in, and let's bring light into that feeling, and let's just remove that fear and know that all is in divine order, and that through us we can send love where it needs to go, without judgment, without description. So breathe in again with me. Feel that love going into the heart, swirling around, and now exhale it into the earth. And let's ask that this beautiful energy, this God energy, this love energy, reaches out and enfolds this entire planet and everyone and everything in it. And now come back in. This is so beautiful for shifting energy. And I know that as we look around and see what's going on with the social media and the conspiracy theories, I mean, me, on a personal level, please don't send me any more conspiracies. This is not where I choose to reside. I choose to reside in the knowing of God and love and expansion, and I want to focus on what outcome I want. And I would ask you to do the same. What is the intention that you want to set? Today, I wrote down, where you are is where you want to become. Where you are now is where you want to become. Where are you placing your focus? Is it on the conspiracies that you're getting via email or text or the clips that people are sending you? It's really important that when you start feeling this fear or you start feeling the anxiety of somebody who's contacting you and giving you their theory, close your eyes and go back into that state of peace and bring that light in and let it swirl into your heart and expand it out. Expand it into the earth. Expand it out to everyone, the countries, the world. You can even place the world in your hands, in your mind's eye, and just send it love. Send it energy and peace. And then, on the other side of the card, I wrote, reach for more purpose. Reach for a higher purpose. If you're focused on what is and what is presenting itself around you, that's what you create from. When you see the fear, when you see what everyone is panicking about, and it creates an emotion inside you, then you're adding to that emotion, you're adding to that fear, you're adding to that creating. We are creators. Each and every one of us create our reality. Putting your head in the sand and ignoring it, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about acknowledging what is and changing it by the way you know you can. We are capable of changing everything around us and in us by having a positive thought, a positive emotion, positive energy. Does that mean we're like flower children from the 60s and we're just like, everything is love and peace and light, and people will look at you like you're crazy because they think, don't you see people dying? Don't you see that, and here comes the conspiracies. And I find there is always going to be somebody there to remind you of what you were not, remind you of what you haven't done, remind you of the times in your life when you weren't doing your best. Well, that's kind of like what's going on now, and we don't need to hear that or do that. Because if you're dragging a ball and a chain around you from other people's opinions, you can't be the best you can be. And right now, this world needs to not have a ball and chain around it. It needs to have all the light workers unite. All of you. You don't have to be a reverend. You don't have to belong to a church. You don't have to belong to anything but your true authenticity. And if you believe in a higher power, if you believe you're the higher power, if you believe in peace, and you believe in love, and you believe in light, this is your opportunity to spread that energy. Stop feeding or allowing others to feed through you. You have a right to turn off your phone. You have a right to turn off your computer. And you have a right to look someone in the eye and say, I'm sorry, but I don't prescribe, I don't subscribe to that. Thank you. I don't subscribe to that. And stay in your knowingness. Stay in your power. Because the world needs us right now. It needs all of you. And there's one lady I want to reach out and touch, because amongst all the text messages, all the phone calls, and all the emails that I get, Do not disturb happens to be a really good button I found on my phone. I really like it, especially for meditation time and everything. But there's one woman in particular, and you know who you are. We both went through a lot of health crises at the same time for 2 years. And she never knocked me down. When everybody else had their comments about, oh, you're so thin, and are you okay, and well, you don't look so good, and I just looked at them and said, what makes you feel that you have a right to walk up to someone and share such ugliness, you know? But this person, she was going through it too, and she would just walk up to me and she would say, you're not back yet, but I can see you're getting better. And, you know, and I shared that with her. I reciprocated it, and I would say, you're not back yet either, but I see you're getting stronger and stronger and more beautiful every day. And now we've both overcame these great health crises that we both went through. They were very extreme, surgeries and everything involved. And now we can look at each other in our wholeness. We were always whole. It's just that we were not feeling whole at the time because of our physical bodies. And I just want to say thank you, Eden. And I see you as beautiful and whole and perfect. And the reason why I'm saying this is because out of all the phone calls and texts and conspiracy things that I've been getting, I get messages from her, and they're always positive. They always have a beautiful butterfly and sunshine, and know that you are loved, and know that you are loved. And so I want to pay it forward. And I want to give the world what Eden has given me. And I want to say, you are loved, and you are loved. And we're going to get through this, not by fighting it, not by praying that everything's going to be okay, but knowing everything is okay. Knowing it's in divine order. Knowing that we're loved. Even if you're in a place where you're like questioning if you love yourself or if you love anyone, then please take a moment and breathe this heavenly light in. Bring it in through you and place it in your heart, and just take a moment and feel that energy expand, because as it expands, it'll put you in a place of peace, and then you can let that peace reach out and touch everyone else, and it will center you, and it will connect you. And it isn't up to us to convince anybody of anything, anywhere. It's up to us as a collective consciousness, individually, to hold and carry the peace within ourselves. Because once we do that, it automatically reaches out. It touches. It's electromagnetic. And that way we can create a current and a flow and just let it expand and create and bring it down from the heavens into Gaia, into Mother Earth, and let it expand. This way it's going this way, and all around. That is the best and highest that we can do, not only for the world, but for ourselves. Stay centered, stay guided, stay loved, and release fear. Release the need to know, because that's what trust is. Trust is knowing that all is in divine order. And that begins within each of us individually. From First Spiritualist Church, the board, and myself, we are sending this love out constantly. And if there's anything that you need, please email us, please contact us. And this way, whether it's inspiration or divine love and light, whatever it is, through the angel kingdom or the universe, we're here for you. I love you so much. Namaste.
That was really nice. I'm just smiling amidst everything that's happening in the world. I went offline for a while, and I got messages from people not conspiracy, but, and it felt weird, they said, you have so much joy inside you. We need that in the world right now. Can you please post some things? And I didn't, because I was like, nobody wants some positive, joyful stuff. Like, I know some people that are hospitalized on the respirator and somebody that doesn't have food, and find ways to bring it to them. But then after your message right now for all of us, the ones that are shedding light genuinely and authentically, that's what we need, because I'm smiling right now. I feel so at ease, relaxed, and I'm gonna start sharing some posts, like meditations and fun dance party, dance class, stretching class, just motivation, genuine stuff. So thank you for that.
Oh, and meditation, start expanding and showing how do we expand energy, because not everybody knows how to move energy and how to expand it. So being able to put this out, I think, will help the collective consciousness in knowing how to bring it in, expand. And you have so many people on your social media, and I would invite everyone to start doing that. Show them how you move energy.
Yeah.
You know, light workers unite. This is our opportunity to be and practice everything that we've done to place ourselves into that state. You know, this is a time that all of our homework, we get to now give it to everyone else so that we can just create a positive flow of peace.
Because we've learned so much for so many years, and now people are being lovingly nudged to go online and just do it. People want human interaction, even if they can't talk back to you on Facebook Live. They just want to see your energy, and if you're moving around, like I was cooking and dancing, and my daughter Neela, who's 6 years old, who doesn't like to be on the video, she likes to be recorded, but not live. She came up, and she was just doing some like shoulder things with her little stuffed kitty, and like 100 people were like, oh my gosh, thank you for that video, it was great. You never know who you're gonna touch. You never know, just by being you, how that's gonna impact someone else. And that's when the stuff that you learn and the tools that you've learned get put into action just by being. We don't have to overexert ourselves. Like I bought a roll of toilet paper, like a huge one from Costco, and I was driving to drop them off. And then but the people were like, so how come you haven't put anything on Facebook to dance? Like, I just want to see dancing. I was like, I'm bringing you toilet paper. They're like, and was not until now using my tools. Because healing is not just, for me, a meditation is like, okay, I'm here, and then I'm inside of the church, and then I'm outside of the church, and then I'm in the city, and then I'm in the world, and then I'm in the galaxy, and then I come back, which is great. I know those kind of tools, but what I have been running away from are the tools that God really wants me to use, which is like singing, being goofy, and dancing. So I'd like for you to take a moment as our church to utilize your tools. Even if you don't want to go online, maybe record something, and then look at the gift of God that comes through you. And maybe be surprised and enjoy your own energy. So with that said, I do want to do a quick prayer of protection, and then we can start with White Eagle. Huh? Yeah, definitely. So let's close our eyes for a moment and do a prayer of protection. Let's put a healing chamber on, calling on God's source, energy, all that is. Divine Father, Divine Mother, Holy Angels, Holy Archangels, Holy Spirit Guides, Holy Ascended Masters, Holy Nature Spirits, Holy Ancestors. And in this space, I'd like you to repeat after me. The light of God surrounds me.
The light of God surrounds me.
The love of God enfolds me.
The light of God enfolds me.
The power of God protects me.
The power of God protects me.
The presence of God watches over me.
The presence of God watches over me.
Wherever I am, God is.
Wherever
Where
I
I am, God is.
Yes.
All is well.
All right, are you guys ready for this Facebook live stream?
Yes.
I am. So in just a few moments, we're going to do a Facebook live stream with Shaman White Eagle. And it is now my pleasure to introduce to you our inspirational speaker today. White Eagle is a healer, a teacher, and a spiritual counselor who follows the path of a shaman. White Eagle was born near the sacred mountains of Peru to a family who carried the gift of healing as a tradition. As a healer, he connects to the source of all that is needed to transform or heal the physical and or spiritual bodies. Just so you know, White Eagle will be holding a question and answer session on Facebook Live after our service, which will be from 1 to 1:20, and there will be an audio call-in line too. I believe if you just go to his page or you go to our page, the information will be right there. It should be there already. So just give us a few moments and we will be transferring over, correct?
Correct.
Yay! Enjoy!